from where? The brain.
Still waking up.
All behavior, good or bad, is brain-based. But we don't understand that free will is not as free as we think it is. Any of our activities are not necessarily completely within our control. They say free will is just a collection of neurons in the anterior cruciate cortex, which is a part of the brain that is affected by stress. Chronic and extreme stress that is affected by poor nutrition. So, if that be the case, then your free will is more impacted by this than your Bible, your Quran, or whatever else you may be reading. Flaming Hots made me do it. I mean, it sounds cliche, but it ain't entirely wrong. Flaming Hots, in addition to poverty. So my name is Zarakia bin Sara Madiel, also known as Troy Withers. I guess that'd be my slave name, as it were. The director of the Peace Diet Program, which is a extent of the Ghana Institute for Sustainable Solutions, which I am the chairperson of. Well, we just did a presentation. Well, first of all, we provided a community-free breakfast. The breakfast was all plant-based, and it was designed per our Peace Diet research. So every ingredient was specifically used to affect social, emotional, psychological, and behavioral health, along with, of course, the biological impacts. Cook County Jail, right there on 26th in California, is now the largest mental health facility in the country. It's a jail. But because they closed all the mental health facilities down, where do all the people who are mentally ill go? Y'all see them on the streets, y'all see them on the train, and you see them in your schools. And at some point they're going to get arrested because there's going to be some aggressive or some criminal behavior that comes out of that. And now it's gotten to the point that they think somewhere around 40% to 60% criminal in Cook County Jail have evaluated mental illnesses. Evaluated. To the point that now the chief administrator of Cook County Jail is a clinical psychologist. That's what we're dealing with here. And if that's not a clear correlation between criminal behavior and mental illness, I don't know what is. The brain is the basis of all behavior. You know, whether it be emotional, social, active, or behavioral. So what we have to understand is that the food that we eat, there's no better source of fuel for the brain than our nutrition. And if we're eating poor nutrition, then we're fueling our brain to fuel negative behaviors. And since we now understand that there's so many other stressors that comprise the dysfunction that we see in our community, whether it be environmental toxins like lead poisoning, or just stress, you know, racism, poverty, crime in your area, parental incarceration, parental absence, all these various things. But then what we found is that the brain, since it is dependent upon nutrition, and damage to the brain is damage to the brain. It doesn't necessarily care where the damage or the healing comes from. So we support the parts of the brain that are affected by these stressors using nutrition that those parts of the brain require. And we do that in a way that is biosocial and approach and impact.